Hello, my name is Algi Fadli. My ID study number is 332105153. My class 336B01. Today, I would like to do a project from Final Test Syntax. And the project is about Part 1, Subject, Auxiliary, Inversion, and Relative Clause, and Part 2, Tree Diagram. Part 1, Subject, Auxiliary, Inversion, and Relative Clause. Definition subject auxiliary inversion. The subject auxiliary inversion is a sentence structure where the subject and auxiliary verb switch place in a sentence. This structure is commonly used in English grammar for various reasons, including questions, negations, and emphasis. Example subject auxiliary inversion in sentence. The first is questions. Have you seen my key? The second is negation. I have not seen my key. The third is emphasis. Never have I seen such a beautiful sunset. In this example, the auxiliary verb have switched place with the subject in questions, negations, and emphasis. This structure is commonly used in English grammar to add emphasis or change the meaning of a sentence. Subject auxiliary inversion rule. The first is example subject auxiliary inversion in sentence. The second is using auxiliary in sentence. When using the auxiliary verb in a sentence, it's important to choose the correct auxiliary verb based on the tense and context of the sentence. Common auxiliary verbs include be, do, and have. For example, the first is present tense. I am going to the store. The second is past tense. She was walking home. The third is future tense. They will be arriving soon. The third is common mistake. One common mistake when using subject auxiliary inversion is forgetting to use the auxiliary verb. For example, do I can go to the store? This sentence is incorrect because do and can are both auxiliary verbs and only one should be used. Why subject auxiliary inversion is used? Subject auxiliary inversion is used for a variety of reasons, including asking questions, making negative statements, and adding emphasis to a sentence. For example, when asking a question, the auxiliary verb usually comes before the subject. The first is it helps indicate the question is being asked, and it clarifies the meaning of the sentence. The second is negation. Subject auxiliary inversion helps to create a negative sentence by placing the auxiliary verb before the subject. This structure is used to indicate that something is not true or did not happen. The third is it can add emphasis to a sentence. When the auxiliary verb comes before the subject, it draws attention to the subject and makes it stand out. Difference between subject auxiliary inversion and regular sentence structure. In regular sentence structure, the subject comes before the verb. For example, I am going to the store. In this sentence, I is the subject and am going is the verb. However, in subject auxiliary inversion, the auxiliary verb comes before the subject. For example, am I going to the store? In this sentence, am is the auxiliary verb and I is the subject. Advised use of subject auxiliary inversion. In addition to asking questions, negation, and emphasis, subject auxiliary inversion is also used in conditional sentence, passive voice, and inverting phrases. The first is in conditional sentence. Subject auxiliary inversion is used to create the if clause. You could say, if I were you, I would go to the store. The second is in passive voice. Subject auxiliary inversion is used to show that the object is more important than the subject. For example, the car was hit by a truck. The third is inverting phrases. Also help bring out meaning of sentence. For example, never have I seen such a beautiful sunset. This sentence is structured differently than regular sentence structure and adds emphasis to the word is never. Definitions relative clause. A relative clause is a type of dependent clause or bound clause that cannot stand alone. Its functions in a sentence is to provide additional information on nouns, which include people, object, or animal. In English, relative clauses are always preceded by relative pronoun. Relative pronouns are used instead of noun phrase, and pronouns. There are several relative pronouns or relative pronouns that are commonly used in a relative clause. This pronoun is placed in front of the relative clause. Its function is to design noun in the sentence. Members include the relative pronouns are who, which, whom, that, and whose. Type of relative clause. Defining relative clause. Defining relative clause are used to provide important information about noun in the form of people or object. The information provided is information that can provide a clear understanding of persons or things. In defining relative clause, the relative pronouns used are that or which, used as a pronoun for noun are not people. Well, for noun in the form of people use the relative pronoun that and who. For example, these are the books that I want to buy. The second is I just saw the girl whom you called last night. And the second is non-defining relative clause. Non-defining relative clause are used as additional informations. The essence in the sentence is not absolute or not the important. If the non-defining relative clause is omitted, the reader or interlocutor can still understand what it means. In a non-defining relative clause, the relative pronouns that cannot be used. For example, the first is Pasha, whose house is next to mine, gave me birthday cake. The second is my camera, which always keeps well, is now broken. Part 2. Solve a problem and explain this case using the tree diagram below. The first is the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The second is the girl who is wearing a red dress is dancing. The third is Zephaniah saw the Yeskila with the telescope. The fourth is she believed that the earth is round. The fifth is the house where I grew up has been demolished. The first is the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog is sentence, the breakdown. The quick brown fox is noun phrase, the breakdown. The is determiner. Quick is adjective. Brown is adjective. Fox is noun. Jump over the lazy dog is verb phrase, the breakdown. Jump is verb. Over the lazy dog is preposition phrase, the breakdown. Over is preposition. The lazy dog is noun phrase, the breakdown. The is determiner. Lazy is adjective. Dog is noun. The second is the girl who is wearing a red dress is dancing. The girl is wearing a red dress dancing is sentence, the breakdown. The girl is noun phrase, the breakdown. The is determiner. Girl is noun. Is wearing a red dress is dancing is verb phrase, the breakdown. Is wearing a red dress is dancing is relative clause, the breakdown. Is relative pronoun. Wearing a red dress is dancing is verb phrase, the breakdown. Wearing is verb. A red dress is noun phrase, the breakdown. A is determiner. Red is adjective. Dress is noun. Is dancing is verb phrase, the breakdown. Is verb. Dancing is verb. The third is Zephaniah saw the Yeskiela with the telescope. Zephaniah saw the Yeskiela with the telescope is sentence, the breakdown. Zephaniah is noun phrase, the breakdown. Zephaniah is noun. Saw the Yeskiela with the telescope is verb phrase, the breakdown. Saw is verb. The Yeskiela is noun phrase, the breakdown. The is determiner. Yeskiela is noun. With the telescope is preposition phrase, the breakdown. With is preposition. The is determiner. Telescope is noun. Number 4. She believed that the earth is round. She believed that the earth is round is sentence, the breakdown. She is noun phrase, the breakdown. She is pronoun. Believe that the earth is round is verb phrase, the breakdown. Believe is verb. That the earth is noun phrase, the breakdown. That is determiner. The is determiner. Earth is noun. Is round is verb phrase, the breakdown. Is verb. Round is adjective. Number 5. The house where I grew up has been demolished. The house where I grew up has been demolished is sentence, the breakdown. The house where I grew up is noun phrase, the breakdown. The is determiner. House is noun. Where is adverb. I is pronoun. Grew up is verb phrase, the breakdown. Grew is verb. Up is adverb. Has been demolished is verb phrase, the breakdown. Has is verb. Been is adverb. Demolished is verb. That's all for the video presentations of my final test syntax. And thank you.